Hmm? That's why this my Kemi Yewande, my wife carried her belly for 11 good months. That's why I don't play with her. 11 good months. Na wahala o. Na wahala. I've never entered police station in my life, but I enter police station with my wife and my mother-in-law. But I thank God. It's a long story. I thank God for that. When my wife died, hey, another wahala. No, two things. Baba, Iya, keeping bring of a child. Let's say children, because they are four in number. When one die, the burden will be on one person. The first thing, my wife is our timekeeper. The second day, hey, we woke up around 9 o'clock. Nobody to wake us up. To wake us up. When I wake up, what is the time? 9 o'clock. You are there, Kevin. 9 o'clock. Hey, our timekeeper are gone. That's the first thing. Secondly, when my wife was sick, I sold my boss. I sold my land. Even the business, I sold all the chicken in order to save her. But God loves her than I do. That's nothing I can do. But she keep mentioning, don't forget my children. Don't forget my children. Then I say, don't worry. And God, I'm an apostle, minister in charge of a church, but white garment church. My God told me that children, they are gifts from God. And you will give accounts of each one of them. That is why I devoted my time on them. When they need anything, I would rather sell to send them to school. I was there for 10 good years. No woman friend, no girlfriend, nothing, no concubine. Nothing. No, many people, they tell me, won't you remarry? I say, remarry. When I have all my kids that are in secondary school, how am I going to cope? I just thank God for everything. Here are they now. At least. I didn't mean they are not here. I won't be here. It's still something. I only thank God for everything. Now God do.
You don't dey cry.
Now God.
For me, I can cry. It wasn't like there are sometimes that I think we didn't really have time to. My family is the kind of family that I don't even know how to take it. I think the joy of the Lord is just our spirit. There's this joy that God gave us that is unspeakable, and I'm so happy. Like we don't think, Kimeli, you are always happy. Like people that know us that they are always joyful. Yeah, my dad is jovial. Like I will almost say that I got so many things from him. Like I feel sometimes I used to be like my dad does not think things too much.
No.
It's just spontaneous. Like he doesn't think things too much and all this stuff like that. My mom was one like balancing stuff. Like it was when my mom died that we knew a lot of things. Like I don't think we cry. Yes. Somehow I feel like we grieved, but we just joyful. We had this joy. Like little by little, when mommy died, like when we talk about her, we started talking about her immediately. We're even like, assuming mommy is there now. There'll be this awkward silence. My dad will quickly chip in something very funny, and you'll be like, we just laugh about it. Like, we just get over it quickly. My sister was sharing with me one time that there is this family problem theirs that they lost their mom the same time they lost their mom. They don't talk about their mom because of the pain that they see. Like, I think there's no really hard time to
The closure.
yes, you do that thing. The day of my mom's burial, my mom made food a day before she died. Like plenty food that night before she died. Unlike till this way back, I didn't even know. So my dad now told us like we buried her May 1st. So like the public that time I was in College of Education. My sister was I think she was
I
preparing
was
for
writing my
WAEC.
WAEC.
Yes,
Yes.
that's in a WAEC. So I had an exam May 2nd. So that May 1st, that 30th of April, my dad called us and said, we want to carry, we should carry all the carry wants to carry now. That on the day of burial, that it doesn't mean any of us to cry, and people just be rubbing our head unnecessarily. This one, that one. He should did this pep talk with us. He had this pep talk with us, and he was telling us that everybody that will see that day, they will all go. We should not. If anybody promise us table and leg, everybody is struggling in life. That we should not hold anybody accountable to any of it. Rather, we should hold him accountable that he's going to try all his best to be there for like that what's called it. And not told us that we should not cry that day. On the day of the burial, you shouldn't tell me like okay, no problem. This all need at time. I don't know where you had to cry, sha. Me tears the flow. A day before the thing because I actually experienced when she died. Like I was there at the hospital, everything. The whole I can still remember fresh. My dad came to meet us at General Hospital. My brother came with my dad that day, but they were at home. Like and one of my pregnant neighbor then followed us when she like the night that I think it was exactly 12, the whole hospital light just
Went off.
everything went off, like everything went off. Nothing, all cars did not start. They tried to on generator, they start. Everything just went off. The doctor was saying, this woman's spirit strong. We're just saying funny thing. But they did not still tell us. My dad knew she would be dead. But they didn't tell us because of my pregnant neighbor that followed us. So they didn't want to say something like that. But my dad knew. And I don't know, maybe it was Kikesha. I really can't say. But a lot of things was just going through my head. Before she died, she was in and out of hospital for years. Like, Lut was like a second home.
4 years.
Like, a long time. Lut was like a second home. There's no hospital. Even when we stayed, they take her there. And what I admire most about my dad was the fact that my dad had more like he had this thing he said that if na money they won't talk say go make this woman survive, I will make sure that if it's everything I have to say, I'll say it. Just to make sure that this woman is alive. And they don't say that it's because of money, because she was not taken care of well. That there was an injection my mom was taking, like 30K every week. As at that time, as at 2008, it was a lot of money, almost every day. Later, I thought, say, week and all this stuff like that. My dad just said, you shouldn't cry, blah, blah, blah. On the day of the burial, immediately they opened the cups like this, and I just started crying. We couldn't move around because me, I was scared, and I was just like, it was looking so
Unreal.
Like
Somebody that you saw yesterday. It was so unreal. No, you saw
So
me.
just like, is that how people die? Is that how they go on in this world? Yo, I wasn't prepared. So when they now wanted to bury her, like Peter, great thing. And there's this thing that we have to do, dust to dust, and dust on dust, blah blah blah. I wanted to say sand for sangi. So immediately they said it to be that behind it. Then my dad that was in it, he said, just why? And I just went, he's all like, I don't be family, don't they cry, make me say cry. Who am I? I was just crying, like everybody. I think it was only my sister that was elder said that did cry. This one was the guys was the thing. Smally, it was just like I didn't even know. I think we just went inside, and that same night, where he talking about her mom, like we're just like I didn't know me right now. This that there will be this upper silence, man. That the chip is something.
Well, we give God all the glory. That is just all me. I have to say. I don't want to buttress on this point. I give God the glory. I think it's just because we could talk about our mom, we found that closure. So if you lose a loved one, please talk about them. Talk about them. If you don't, you will not get that closure that you need. It doesn't go away. The pain does not go away. It doesn't fade. It doesn't all those serene, I know. But at least when you talk about them, you get to like feel closer to them in a way. So
And then God helps.
yeah, God definitely.
So that night when it happened, I was my dad, and I could just remember the night my dad was on the phone with his friend in church because it was a Sunday. The next day was a Sunday. The Saturday, she died on Saturday midnight. Sunday morning, in the midnight, he spoke to him and told him that my mom was dead. I heard it. That was the time I had my time to cry. I had to go to the backyard and cried. So my dad knew I knew. He sent me to his workplace, preventing them from knowing because I knew about it. So it was, even till now, it's not fully my consciousness that she is dead. I feel like she traveled. It is more or less like she traveled, and I'm going to see her someday. That is just how it is from. I think, oh, she traveled. We are still going to meet someday. So it's not like register like she's dead and I'm not going to see her anywhere. So I think that's just the little bit comfort I have that okay, I'm going to see my mom one day. That's just it here.
Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video. This is just our little way of celebrating our dad and every other dad out there doing so much. I know that there are lots of Mother's Day, and sometimes the father's what's it called day is not really celebrated, and some people don't even know that it's Father's Day. But just try as much as you can. This is just a reminder for you to celebrate your dad, celebrate that special man in your life that has really, really done a lot for you, lots of sacrifices and all that. So much untold stories, unseen ones that these are our heroes, they do. So thank you very much. So this from House of Kids Pearls, we are saying to our lovely daddy, now my you be, you said don't try.
Yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh.